You're a child prodigy playwright.
Except Dr. Kendrick says I'm a prodigy, because sometimes I can choose where I go.
To me, she was a child, but to Lestat, a pupil. An infant prodigy with a lust for killing that matched his own.
Hey there, and welcome to TalkWord. This is the show where we dive deep into one fascinating English word at a time. Today, we're going to be exploring a word that describes some pretty incredible and, unusually young talent.
So our theme is all about extraordinary talent, but there's a specific twist. We're talking about that mind-blowing kind of skill that shows up when someone is really, really young.
Okay, I want you to just picture this for a second. An 8-year-old sitting at a piano. But they're not just playing, they're composing a whole symphony. Or, get this, a 10-year-old who is just wiping the floor with seasoned chess masters at international tournaments. I mean, what do you even call that? There is a specific word for this exact kind of incredible, youthful talent.
So let's get to the big reveal. You've got the image in your head, right? Now, let's finally put a name to it. The word we are looking for is
Prodigy. It's a great word, isn't it? It sounds as special as the idea it's describing. So what does it actually mean?
The most important part is right here in the definition. A prodigy is first and foremost a young person. That's the key. And second, they have exceptional abilities. We're not just talking good, we're talking skills that are way beyond what's normal for their age. Both of those parts are absolutely essential.
Now this is where things get really interesting, especially if you're learning English. People mix up the word prodigy with genius all the time. And yeah, they're related, but they are definitely not the same thing. Nailing the difference here will seriously level up your vocabulary.
This slide just lays out the difference perfectly. A prodigy is all about youth. It's about mastering something that already exists. Like playing the violin, but doing it at an expert level at a crazy young age. Think of a 7-year-old playing Mozart flawlessly. A genius, on the other hand, well, that's not about age at all. A genius is an innovator. They create something completely new, a new scientific theory, a whole new style of art. Albert Einstein is the perfect example. He literally changed how we understand the universe.
And this quote, wow, it just brilliantly sums up the whole idea. I love this. A prodigy perfects the skills we already know about, while a genius actually expands our world into things we haven't even thought of yet. It's a really beautiful way to remember that distinction.
Okay, so we know what it means, and we know how it's different from genius, but how do you actually use it in a conversation without sounding kind of clunky? Let's get into some practical examples.
Let's see it in action. You could say something like, Mozart was a musical prodigy. See how the specific skill is usually mentioned? Or, she was a child prodigy on the violin. Using child prodigy is super common and really drives home that whole youth aspect. And that third one, he is considered a chess prodigy, shows how we often use the word to talk about someone's public reputation.
All right, this slide is basically a cheat sheet for sounding fluent. These are words that Prodigy just loves to hang out with. We call them collocations. You're going to hear musical prodigy, chess prodigy, or math prodigy all the time. And check out that last one, former prodigy. That's a fascinating one, right? We use it to describe an adult who was famous for their incredible talent when they were a kid.
All right, we have covered a lot of ground here, so let's boil it all down. What are the most important things you need to remember? What's the big takeaway from all this?
Here it is, a super simple 2-step checklist. Before you use the word prodigy, just ask yourself these 2 quick questions. First, is the person young? I mean, if they're 40 years old, prodigy is not the right word. Second, is their skill truly exceptional? Not just good, but amazing for their age. If you can say yes to both, boom, you're using the word perfectly.
So I'll leave you with a little something to think about. Based on everything we've just talked about, who is the most famous prodigy you can think of from the past or even today? It's a really great way to put your new knowledge to the test.
And that wraps up our deep dive into the word prodigy. To keep your language journey going, you should totally check out the TalkWord app. You can actually create your own word explanations with some help from our 2 friendly AI hosts. Thanks for joining us on TalkWord, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Mary has been identified as a math prodigy, but her formal math education under your care